What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. It is surprisingly 43 degrees out, so I was like, you know what, let's get outside and make a video. And today's video is all about the TRX. I know I haven't made a video about this thing in months, but today is literally all about the TRX. And we also got this thing in the garage, which I recently did a performance mod to it, so this thing is a lot faster than it was when I bought it. So definitely go back and check those videos out. We'll touch bases on this thing later on in the video, but now it's time to turn the TRX on. All right, let's get in here. So although I don't film every day with this thing, or in my case for months, I still drive this thing almost every day. This is technically my daily. I mean, I do also drive the Jeep a lot, but this is kind of like a daily, but I do have a daily for the daily. It's complicated. And we also got a lot more mods coming for the GT500. And when I say coming, I mean they're already in the house. And now let's throw this thing in sport mode. All right, who's ready for a quick pull? Unfortunately, we cannot do a pull just yet because we got to get this thing an oil change. So I just picked up oil and an oil filter from the dealership. And for those of you guys who are wondering what kind of oil I run in the TRX, I run Pennzoil 0W40. This is the SRT brand, so it's really, really good stuff. And we're here at my favorite oil change place. I love coming to these places just because they get it done so quick and they don't have to put the truck all the way up in the air. So we got the TRX in here, and in order to do an oil change, you have to take this thing out. So this is like a metal skid plate. It's actually pretty heavy, and this thing is right there, and they just drained the oil. And then again, here is the oil I'm running. Closer look to it. Really, really good stuff for SRT products. Look at the bolts that hold up the skid plate. Look at this stuff. So after they drain the oil, they put the skid plate back on. And now we're gonna get the good stuff in there. And I also emptied the oil catch can, and now we're just gonna put it back on. Screw it back on. It's hard to do with one hand. And we're done. Alrighty, let's get out of here. That literally took 15 minutes max. I think it was literally closer to 10 minutes. The sun is so bright today. It's literally 49 degrees. Like, wow. And now it's time to put it in sport mode. So now that we have fresh oil in here, who's ready for a quick pull? My God, this thing is a fucking beast. I haven't done a pull in this thing in a little while. So we made a quick stop at MC Whips, and just look at how dirty the TRX is. It is embarrassing. Haven't cleaned it in only God knows how long. I think it's been literally like a couple months. Definitely got to get it clean. Maybe in today's video, maybe next week, maybe next month. I don't know. And Josh also pulled up in his Corvette. You like that? And I actually like the colors on here, like the blue to the gray. Actually looks pretty sick. And I always wanted a Corvette, just never had the chance to get one. Maybe my next car could be potentially maybe a Corvette. So you guys have seen this Beamer in my videos before, but they also got an M3 here, and this thing is literally like a race car. Let me show you guys the interior. Look at this. You have Alcantara steering wheel right here, flat bottom, racing seats. Look at these seats. You have the cage in here matching the color of the car. It's also a manual. Let me show you guys the back. Look at this huge wing. This thing is a beauty. So we switched locations again because we gotta talk about the TRX. A lot of you guys know that I bought this thing about a year ago. Next month, we'll make 1 year of ownership with this thing. And although this is a beautiful truck, there's a lot that comes with owning this. It is definitely not cheap to own this truck. And in today's video, I wanna touch on how expensive it is to own one of these. So first, let's start with the payment for this thing. So this TRX was $103,000 $3,000 out the door. There was no discounts, no rebates when I bought it. Literally had to pay full price. I did pay sticker, but other than that, it was not discounted whatsoever. So I pay $1,500 a month for this truck. It's my most expensive payment I have. It is the most expensive payment I've ever had. So payment wise, this thing is insanely expensive. So not only is the payment expensive, everything else on this truck is insanely expensive. And now let's talk about something that's just as expensive as the payment for this thing, and that is the fuel. This thing averages anywhere from 7 miles per gallon to 9 miles per gallon, and it rarely ever goes higher than 9 miles per gallon, regardless of how you drive it. I've literally tried driving this thing like a grandma, and it will rarely ever average more than 9. I mean, when I drive it like a grandma, it'll average like 9.5, but I've never ever seen 10 or 11. So obviously gas prices vary from different parts of the country, but in Michigan it's like $4.20. And while this thing has a 33-gallon tank, which brings it up to like $120, $130 a fill up, my truck is on E85, and E85 is about $320, $350, and it really cost me about $105 to fill this whole thing up, which is a lot considering it's on E85. You know, when I went and did E85, I obviously wanted it to be a lot faster, and that's the only way you could make these fast is on E85. But I also wanted to save a little bit of money, just a little bit of money on gas, and honestly, it hasn't saved me $1. I think I'm spending more because E85 burns a lot faster than 93, and it's almost just as expensive as 93. So besides the expensive payments and the gas prices, it's not that expensive to own. I mean, well, I gotta re-say that, okay. The whole sentence where I said it's not that expensive to own, like, delete that from this clip, just because that didn't come out right. That's not a correct statement. So we're at $1,500 a month for the payment. If you daily it, it'll cost you about $1,000 to $1,200 in gas. So right there, and then insurance, you're about $3,000 for one vehicle. But besides that, this is literally the best truck on the market. I think, in my opinion, it's the best daily on the market if money is not a problem. You have 702 horsepower. This thing can off-road, can dig race, can do everything. It's literally the king of the road. It can run over a lot of things. It's a monster. I have not lifted this thing up. I have not done any exterior modifications. This is how it looks from the factory, and it's just such a fucking beast. And now let me show you guys the interior for those of you guys who have not seen it. So you have beautiful leather seats, vented and cooled. You have a little bit of suede right here, red accents everywhere, red stitching, huge TRX symbol right there. You have more Alcantara right here, red stitching, carbon fiber, real carbon fiber, more real carbon fiber, beautiful steering wheel, flat bottom, Alcantara, leather, carbon fiber, red stitching. You have this huge Uconnect screen. You have Alcantara right here. You have this huge panel, more carbon fiber and Alcantara. Let me show you guys the back. Look at this. Look how much room you have here, literally. And I've actually put this back seat to work. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot cheaper than getting a hotel room. But anyways, guys, you guys get the point. It's a bad truck, but it'll cost you about $3,000 a month to own. That's with payment, fuel, and insurance. It's not a cheap truck, but it's definitely fun. All right, let's slap it in sport mode. Quick pull. And now let's put it in be humble mode. And would you look at that, 9.5 miles per gallon. So sad that I get excited over averaging 9.5 miles per gallon. So I made it home and I threw the TRX in the garage. Unfortunately, I was not able to clean this thing, so it's gonna stay dirty and disgusting and nasty. It's literally needs a whole detail, but we'll get back to this on another video on another day. So yeah, we'll just whatever. So as far as the GT500, let me show you guys what we did to this thing. If you guys have not been keeping up with the videos, all right, I don't know what's happening here. All right, that's good. Yeah, if you guys have not been keeping up with the videos, then look at this. We got a new supercharger for this thing. This is literally a new supercharger. It's not my old one, it's my new one. It's ported and built by Joker's Performance, and boy, oh boy, it made a lot of power. And I'm not gonna tell you guys how much power it made because you guys gotta go and watch the videos. I can't give you guys everything. You gotta go and watch the video where we dynoed this GT500. It made some very impressive numbers, and I also got a lot more mods coming for this thing. I literally have them in the house, like I said earlier in the video, so it's a matter of just getting it to the shop, installing them, and then dynoing it again. But let's close this thing, and now it's time to end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to this channel, just slipped out of your mind to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications bell on, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.